Hello and welcome to something completely different. This is Dominions 4. If you are a follower on my channel, this is not Supreme Commander. This is a completely different game all entirely. And what's happening here is this is a multiplayer game with 6 other YouTubers. They played in an initial game in the early age with 4 of them, and now more YouTubers have come along to join them in the fun, and one of those people is me. So yeah, this is actually a really awesome experience. This is a multiplayer game with 7 people who will all be uploading videos on what they're doing against each other, and it's really fun to be able to watch other people's perspectives of playing the game, and then for each of us to then go back in time, or not to go back in time, but to watch the videos once we're done, because obviously we're not allowed to watch each other's videos as the series is progressing. There are a few rules. Yeah, obviously I can't watch their videos of their turns, and likewise we have asked all the people who are watching our videos not to make any spoiling comments. That being said, of course you are very much welcome to leave comments of help and tips if you are an experienced player, or even if you're not, right? You can just make suggestions about what you think could be fun, so that is awfully much encouraged. So the first thing I need to do is create a pretender god. Here he is. Create a pretender god. Middle Ages, that's what we're playing. Because the first series was early ages, we're in the Middle Ages game, and I think the plan is to, after this, play a late ages game to have a continuation with the races and the factions that we started with. I'll be playing Ulm. Yeah, Ulm. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. I like them. Their whole deal is all about heavy armor, and everyone likes heavy armor. They're supposed to not be a very priesty or magic race, although they do have, I feel, certainly very competent magic capabilities, but their main thing is all the units are very heavily armored. So the decision I've made for my pretender god is the eldest dwarf. Okay, I ummed and ahed a lot between the alchemist, right? He costs 60 points and the elder dwarf costs 80. The big things about the alchemist is that he gives you this alchemy ability, which is 100, which I never used, because he always had more important things to do, like running around searching for magic sites or crafting items or actually being in battle, that I never actually ever had an opportunity to actually use the alchemist ability at all. He is 60 cheaper to be recommended for Ulm, although I'm not entirely quite sure why the eldest dwarf isn't recommended for Ulm. He costs slightly more expensive at 80, but he definitely seems much more appropriate for the Ulmness. His big deal is this Master Smith, and this basically gives him a bonus in every magic path towards creating magical items. So if a magical item requires 3 air and he only has 2 air, he can make it because he is a Master Smith. That is his deal. So I'm going to go for a heavy scale, or that's actually not going to be that heavy scale Ulm build, with a rainbow pretender who'll be this guy, who will also be my smithy. So it's actually, I think this is a really nice combination. It's he will be rainbow, meaning I will have abilities in every magic path, so you can search for magical sites, and then he also gets to use his magical abilities to create items. And Ulm has a lot of nice bonuses to create magical items. So this is the choice I'm going to make. So that's my physical form. And yeah, now I got 420 points to spend. If you don't know this game at all, and you know what? Every other of the YouTubers in this series has created really good introductions about what this game is, so I'm really not going to go into that detail. I will post links in the video to the YouTube channels of the other people, and they've actually already made videos which really give a very comprehensive discussion as to what this game really is. But very briefly, we're playing in it's on the map, map provinces and whatnot. You control the map provinces. We're trying to become gods. This is our pretender god. He's a unit on the map, and you make a super combatant or a spellcaster, or what I'm going for is a rainbow pretender, having skills in most or all magic paths. My magic paths, to get a new one, only costs 20, and that's crazy cheap. So yeah, that's why he's doing that thing. So his main task is running around the map, searching magic sites, forging magic items, and in the big battles I want him there to cast some spells. One of the really neat abilities about Ulm is they are, is it mundane research that they have? Yeah, but basically that means that they aren't affected by magic drain at all. So basically this is just 3 points for me, because I'll use my nation faction researchers to do my researching, so I don't care about drain. This would normally mean all my other researchers would just generate -3 research points, and that's heavy, right? It's a heavy penalty, but it has no effect on me, so I get more points. Woohoo! So the Dominion bonuses are bonuses that apply to my provinces if I have high Dominion in them, and Dominion is basically how much do the people believe in you. So yeah, another big thing that I want is I want high productivity. I need this resources plus 45% because these guys are heavy armor build, or they require heavy armor. They just smoke the resources, so I just need as many resources as I can get, so that's really important. I've been playing around. I think I'm gonna go with Dominion 5. It's not particularly high, it's probably on the lower end, but I think I'm okay with it. There are thrones you can get if you build a lot of temples. You can increase your maximum Dominion, so I think I'm okay with this. I don't think I'm too alarmed. But to the magic, right? I'm going to go for Earth. So the way it works is if you have 4 in the magic path and you search, then if there is a magic site relating to that magic path, you will find it. I think if you've got 2, you got 75% chance of finding the magic sites, and they're only the higher level ones that you can't find. So I'm going to go for a large spread across these 2, or the magic paths, but I definitely want F4 because there is a very specific spell that I want for my pretender to cast, and that is Storm. Yeah, I know there are the Valkyries in this game. They got flying units, and I'm sure other people can manage flying units as well. And flying units, I don't want them. I don't want them anywhere near. I don't want them anywhere near behind my front armor guys. So if I cast Storm, there is no flying, and it also heavily impinges archery, which I've got heavy infantry, but I also have a strong archer line if I want to build it, and I probably will. So Storm does 2 things: no flying units, and archers are penalized quite heavily. So in most battles, this is definitely a go-to thing, and it's in the evocation research magic path. So I'm going to go down that path anyway. So it's a great thing for me to have. So just taking 1 in each magic path, and this just means I can get gems and other useful abilities from those magic paths should I go for them. Yeah, and I also want water 3 because there's a spell which actually costs water 4. It's Quagmire, which might also be useful if I'm going up against someone who is also very heavy infantry orientated. Then I can cast Quagmire, which heavily penalizes ground troops, and then I can rely on my archery line to win. So I've got this dual dynamic. I can either really buff my front line troops, or I can penalize, I'm saying this poorly, I can either penalize archery and let my front troops shine, or penalize melee troops and let my archers shine. So depending on who I can go up against, I can choose how to prioritize my pretender god and the spells that he uses. Normally, I would probably go for a dormant pretender god, especially with this kind of a build. But because we got to get its extra 150 points, because they're good, and I definitely have liked to have built the scales up more. Some growth would have been fantastic. That just gives you a little bit more growth, population growth, and income, and then also some luck would also be great. Actually, there's what is actually very common to do, or it's not that common, but you can increase turmoil by 1. That actually doesn't do much bad at all. Let me just have a look at this very closely, because you take turmoil 1, okay, income is reduced by 5, which is that's coming from the productivity, which I don't really mind too much, and then honest reduction is increased by -1, which isn't great either, but the neat thing here is this gives me points and it increases the number of events. And some events in this game are really handy. So if you take Turmoil 1 and then Luck 1, okay, I was able to take, this is a negative trait, Turmoil, it's negative. So I take 1 negative Turmoil, I take 1 positive Luck, I get 7% more events, and they're much more likely to be good events, right? So I can keep doing this. My income starts hurting, but now I start getting really lucky. It's one more time, and then I'm just having to play around here. So yeah, I did prepare this beforehand. This is the magic paths I want to use. I definitely want to go for the order and the production. The production and the drain. But do I want 3 turmoil? This does mean I could get 2 growth and 1 luck. My income does hurt, but from this I get quite a lot of extra growth, and I get a lot of extra events, and those events are most likely to be good events. Income minus 6%, can I live with that? The thing with Ulm is that they are very resource heavy, so it's not money that's really going to impinge me, but money is always going to be helpful. It just means you can make more temples. I don't want to go dormant, but I want to keep him in here. I think the real question is here, how do I split up these 3 points between fertility and luck? Some of these luck events are really good. I think I want it this way. This income, I don't think it's going to hurt me too badly, to be honest. I really don't. And hopefully that growth will offset a lot of that. How many points do I need? I need too many points. Yeah, I'm not going blood magic. It's not very thematic at all. But the whole Master Dwarf, right? Forging magic items really feels thematic for a forging race. So I don't really mind going a deeply magical Pretender God. Just not really specific in one particular magic path, but spread over all the different traits. I should have made this decision before, but then I realized, oh my, I could go turmoil. In the video, I'm certainly going to have to just make a... Here, this is where I muddle about going turmoil. It's all about income minus 6%. Unrest reduction is a little bit of an issue as well, but the thing about if you reduce turmoil, there is actually a big difference between this feels much better. This feels, yeah. How about I go 2-1? How about I do that? Because this feels nicer. The income is only minus 1%. The events and the luck is a little bit reduced, and risk reduction is reduced. I don't think I really gain much going turmoil 3 and picking one of these up. They don't really seem to offset that much. I think the penalty for going... No, it's 5%, right? Each time. It's 5%. Maybe I just need to get lucky in real life as well, not just in the game. Income minus 3%, unrest reduction minus 3%, resources plus 45%, supplies plus 30%, growth plus 0.4%, events plus 11, luck plus 15. you know what? Maybe this game will just be more interesting if I just go, you know, balls to the wall, events and luck. And hopefully good things will happen. I'm not usually a gambling man, but I can gamble now because I'm super lucky, and this is who I'm going to be. I have now decided. So I'm going to make this guy, I enter my name, and this is my name. All praise Battle Moose. Like, that sounds good, right? That sounds good. And then when you win the game, it's, yeah. All praise Battle Moose. And this Battle Moose, this is not... that was just something I'm messing around with. So here I have Battle Moose, and I've created my Pretender God. And this will be episode 0. And then when we get the game going, it'll be episode 1. And yeah, I really hope you guys join me and watching my perspective of Ulm in this YouTube multiplayer YouTuber series of Dominions 4. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for this. Okay, thank you. I'll see you guys